Hi, I'm Ian from Optimum Health Coaching, and today I'm going to take you through some exercises for our Swiss ball, sometimes called a physio ball, exercise ball, yoga ball. Have various different names, but basically they're all a ball of various sizes that you can do exercises on. Now these are probably the first bit of kit that I'd put in any kind of gym. They're actually so versatile, they're really good. But the same with any bit of kit, they're only as good as your knowledge on how to actually use them and make the most out of them. So, a couple of things to start off with these balls is ideally you want to get one that's what we call anti-burst. What I mean by anti-burst is that they can all puncture as such, but an anti-burst one, if it does puncture and go down, it will go down nice and slowly. So if you imagine the airbed, when you let that down, that you put up in the living room, it will just go down slowly and you slowly sink towards the floor. Some of the very cheap exercise balls or Swiss balls, basically if they go over a drawing pin, they can go pop like a balloon and you can end up on the floor very quickly, causing injuries. So, next thing you know is, well, what size ball do I get? So, to start off with, you've got various sizes. This here is a 45cm one. That's loosely suitable for somebody up to the height of 5'2". This here is a 55cm ball, and this is applicable for somebody that's between 5'2" and 5'7". And then if you're 5'8" and above, you want a 65cm ball, and if you're above 6'2", you want to get a 75cm ball. When we pump them up though, we also want it to be, if we're sitting on them, we want to have greater than 90-degree angle here. If it's less than that, it can exacerbate back conditions if you're sitting on them or doing any sitting-based exercises. Right, so over to the exercises. So what we're predominantly going to work on today is our core. So what we mean by our core is our central part of our body. And we're going to do 5 exercises. We're going to do a forward bull roll. We're going to do a dying bug. We're going to do a prone jackknife. We're going to do supine hip extension. Some people might know that as a glute bridge. And then we're going to do some reverse back extensions. So, starting off, I'm going to do the rollout, which is one of my favourites. With this one, what we're looking to do is to put our forearms on the ball, and what we're looking to do is to just slowly roll out, extending the angle at our hips as well as that at our shoulders as we roll forward. Roll forward as far as we comfortably can. We're going to hold that for about 5 seconds, then we're going to come back in and we're going to repeat. For this exercise, we want to do it for a total of 3 minutes in total. So if you've got an iPhone, click on a stopwatch timer, and that should beep at 3 minutes, and we're just going to roll backwards and forwards. The further I go out like this, is the tougher it becomes. Okay, bearing in mind we want to go for 3 minutes, because these core muscles that we're working are endurance specialists, so we need to train them over a period of time. Okay, that's the forward bull roll. Now, if anyone's ever been to any of our classes that Claire takes, then they'll be very familiar with the dying bug. It's one of Claire's favourites. So with the dying bug, we're going to lie down on our back, we're going to have the ball up in the air, and we're going to hold it between arms and legs. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm or one leg, it's the opposite arm and opposite leg away, and then we're going to slowly bring that back up, and then switch over to the other arm and leg. This, we want to start off, and we're going to do this for approximately 1 minute. Just moving slowly, opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, dying bug. Next up, prone jackknife. So this is what we're looking to work as more of our hip flexors, and we're going to go into a press-up position. And to start off with, you might need somebody to hold the ball for you. But we're going to go into this press-up position here, feet on the ball, hands up here, and then we're going to bring our knees in towards our chest, and then back. Nice and easy. The further you put the ball away from yourself, is the more challenging it becomes. Okay? We want to be looking to do up to 20 reps of those, so 15 to 20. You might feel that more on your shoulders to start off with as you're lifting up your whole body weight. But if you can get 10 done and then slowly as your strength increases, you can build up to getting more towards the 20 range. Next up, we've got the supine hip extension, or a glute bridge. To do that, we are going to sit on the ball, and then we're going to slowly walk ourselves out. Head and shoulders want to be fully supported on the ball, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to allow our hips to drop down. Our knees want to stay in the same position with a vertical shin, and then from here we're looking to just lift our hips up, squeezing our glutes. This is what we're looking to fire up here, but we want to keep our pelvis tilted backwards. So this is all about the glutes underneath, and relax down, and then we're going to come back up again. And we're going to aim for 20 repetitions of these, really giving it a good squeeze at the top and down, and it's all working those glutes. So that's the supine hip extension, or the glute bridge. And the last up we're going to do is basically reverse back extensions. So with this one, we are going to lean onto the ball, like so, hands out in front, and from here, basically all we're looking to do is to lift our legs up and down. So we're working our lower back now, we're also working our glutes and such, like so. And again, we're looking to work up to 20 repetitions of these, like so. If you have somebody with you and you're finding this one a little bit easier, they could put a slight bit of resistance onto your legs. And if you want to work more your glutes and your lower back, if you bent your knees, it's taking the hamstrings out so that you can then just work more glutes and lower back, like so. This is slightly easier, that one though. And that is 5 exercises we can use for our Swiss balls, exercise balls, physio balls.